March 27th, 99. The sky over Serbia is thick with clouds and electricity. A shadow slices through the darkness. The F-117 Nighthawk, America's most elusive warplane. At its helm, Lieutenant Colonel Darrell Zelko, on a covert mission to strike the heart of the Serbian Air Force in Belgrade. It was supposed to be a routine strike, another notch in the belt of the Nighthawk's untouchable legacy. Escorted by F-16s, Zelko was confident. But fate had other plans. Joint Forces Air Command abort escort returned to base. The storm made the Vipers turn back. Suddenly, Zelko was alone, a ghost in enemy skies, just the way the Nighthawk was designed to operate. On the ground, in the Serbian countryside, another man was waiting. Lieutenant Colonel Zoltan Dani, commander of an anti-air missile battery, and a man obsessed with the idea of shooting down a stealth bomber. He'd studied their patterns, learned their rhythms, and tonight, he had intel. The Americans were coming. Activate radar. Sweep the skies. The P-18 radar crackled to life. Outdated but clever, operating on a low frequency that might just reveal the unseeable. The screen was chaos. Clouds, static, noise. But Danny saw something. A speck, moving, deliberate, headed straight for them. The ghost is here. High above, Zelko was locked in, lining up for the drop. The bay doors opened, a small act with massive consequences. The Nighthawk's stealth relied on sleek edges and hidden shapes, but opening the bomb bay made it just enough for Danny's radar to catch. I have it! Lock confirmed! Launch! Two SA-3 missiles screamed into the sky. Zelko felt the rumble of his payload falling toward Belgrade. Mission complete, but alarms blared in his cockpit. Lock alert. 2 missiles. Incoming. He pulled hard, the G-forces crushing his chest. No flares, no chaff, nothing but raw instinct. The first missile screamed high, a malfunction. But the second? Boom! A fiery eruption tore through the left wing. The Nighthawk spun violently, red flames lighting up the black sky. Inside, Zelko fought to keep consciousness as the Gs piled on. Warnings screamed. Lights blinked. He had seconds to decide. Eject. The seat fired. The world exploded in silence. For a moment, he thought the seat had failed. Then, a tug. The parachute opened. Below him, the burning remains of his aircraft tumbled toward the earth. He was alive, but not safe. Then he saw it. His parachute. Bright orange. In enemy territory, it was a beacon, and the enemy was already on the move. Mayday, mayday! Vega 31, going down. Someone heard him. A lifeline. But first, he had to survive the night. On the ground, Zelko sprinted to a ditch, smeared mud across his face, and vanished into the earth. Above, flashlights danced. Dogs sniffed. Soldiers searched. Then, panting, rustling, closer, a dog. Zelko's hand found his knife. His breath slowed, but he didn't strike. The dog turned and wandered off. Mercy had spared him a fight he might not have survived. Then, the radio cracked. Sandy 01, Vega 31, over! They were close, but there were flashlights everywhere. Enemy patrol sweeping in. He had to act. Zelko triggered his infrared strobe. Nothing. The chopper couldn't see him. In desperation, he fired a flare. Light exploded across the field, and with it, his position. Radio. Snuff your flare. It blinds our night vision. Zelko dived, grabbed the flare, and buried it in the mud just as the helicopter touched down. Sir, how are you feeling? Great. Now get me out of here. As the chopper lifted, Serbian soldiers arrived. Seconds too late. The legend of that night Zoltan Dani became the first and only twin man to shoot down a stealth fighter in combat. Years later, the two men would meet, not as enemies, but as veterans, shaking hands in peace.